Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. They say money don't buy happiness. For me, I think money brings happiness. Now, the rich people are also being paid one way or the other. Nobody have it all. Nobody's life is perfect. If there's anybody coming to tell you that their life is perfect, I think you should run as soon as your leg can take you. Yeah. Why? Because they are lying to you. No one's life is perfect. Even when they live in a mansion, have a luxurious car, yeah, it's all good. And anyone would want to be in that position because it is actually a good thing. But what I'm telling you is that even when you have all that, it doesn't mean your life is perfect. Why? Because there are so many other things you might want because money can't buy everything. So now, how do money bring happiness? When you are being provided for by God, when God gives you money, God gives you wealth. You should remember one thing, that this wealth of yours, you give accountability of it on the day of judgment. Everyone should know that there is a day for accountability whereby we will stand by our Lord and give accountability of this wealth He has given to us. Now, if you are wealthy, you should be very, very conscious of how you spend your wealth. Why? Because you give account of it. You'll tell your Lord how you spent it. Now, you having money and the same money bringing happiness to you is by you sharing it to others, is by you showing love to others. If you are the person that is so stingy that do not want to give, I tell you, your wealth can't increase. If you give out more, your wealth will increase. In the normal physical sense, it looks as if your wealth is decreasing, but sincerely, it's not decreasing, rather, it is being purified. Your wealth is being purified. Give out your wealth, and also at the same time, it also brings happiness to you. Have you ever helped someone in your street? Have you ever helped a beggar that is walking along the street? How do you feel when you help that person? Tell me, don't you feel good? Don't you feel happy that God has used you to bless somebody? Now, this is how money or wealth brings happiness. When you share your money with others, you don't eat alone, you will be happy. Moreover, what is the essence of the wealth when you leave this world and those that are close to you will be the one enjoying it? So, it is advisable, and I will advise my Muslim brothers and sisters, and even those that are not Muslim, to always ensure that they help people in need. When you have, just remember that this wealth or this money that you have been given is not for you alone. Yes, it's for you. It's no crime that you use your money to eat, to build a house, to buy a car, to live a comfortable life. In fact, I really do not see any other thing human use the money for apart from eating, buying cars, and buying houses. This is what we call comfortability. We eat because food is the most essential thing. The poor and the rich, they will eat. And for that of the building of house, it is for comfortability, having a shelter, a roof over your head, whereby when it's raining and it's sunny, you have somewhere to relax. Now, when it is now in terms of house, people go as far as making their houses luxurious to their own taste, to their own comfortability, probably having a swimming pool beside their house and every other luxurious things, making the house so beautiful with aesthetic things. Yes, and for easy movement, buying a car. Is there really any other thing again? If you have hundreds of houses, for instance, you can't stay in these hundreds of houses at a time. No, you're only going to live in just one house at a time. Yeah, you might really have a house somewhere else, but at a point in time, or rather in any point in time, you can't live in all these houses in one time. If you are traveling, for instance, and you have a house somewhere else, then you would want to relax in your own house, and wherever you may have it, for instance, California, Texas, Japan, anywhere it could be around the world, okay? But you can only live in one house at a time. Now, for the food aspect, it's just also the same thing. You can only eat to your satisfaction, no matter how rich you are. You can only eat at a time to be satisfied. When you're not eating more than you're supposed to eat, you cause sin harm to the body, isn't it? No matter how rich you are, if you have the whole bag of rice in the whole world in your house, the whole fruit in the whole world in your house, you can only eat at each point in time. Isn't that funny? So why not give out? Give out from it. And also for the car, you can only be in one car at a time, or can you be in two cars at a time? That's not possible, right? So you see, even after acquiring all these things, only one we can use at a time as a human. Yeah, your family members or relative might be using the others at a time, but I'm talking about you personally that owns this thing. So why don't you share with others if you can? And moreover, you're not taking this anywhere. You are going to leave them for your loved ones. So you have the time now while you stay around to help others, to put smiles in people's face, to make them happy. This is your reward. That is with God. This is what will show that this is what will make God show you mercy. Because it is only the good deeds that you do that will make God show you mercy. Now we're not going to paradise, or rather we're not going to heaven with our own deeds. Yeah, we're going to go to heaven with our own deeds, but do you know it is only by the mercy of God? If you were to rely on your own deeds alone, it won't be sufficient, I bet you. Now, what do I mean? It is only your good deeds that will attract God's mercy, that will allow God to take you to heaven or paradise. Yeah, so that is why I say it is only God's mercy that can take you to paradise. Now, if you were to rely on your own good deed, even your own eyes that God has given to you won't even be enough. Your nose alone will weigh more than it. So don't you see that you need only the mercy of God? And how will you get this mercy of God? Through the good deeds that you do. That is how God will show you mercy, because you have been obedient to Him. You have done what He has told you to do. So please, everyone, let's be kind to one another. If everybody should be this kind in the world, then I think the world will be a better place. But it has come to stay that there will always be good and there will always be evil. This is the way God has created it. I pray that God make us among the righteous ones and the good ones. For now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.